Ho ho buddies, welcome to Borderline Games. Today we are playing the Somnium Files, Nirvana Initiative, and last time we kind of broke down the scene of the crime and worked out that the half body was kind of hidden in the rafters, and then when rigor mortis kind of wore off, the body then came crashing down, turning off the lights in the process because there was some kind of nanotubing connected to it, which is connected to the light, which is kind of suspend your belief a little bit because it is either Somnium Files, but it's kind of crazy that. And we've determined that the person who would know about that is probably, was his name Chimpe? Chimpe. So we are now going to go investigate Chimpe. Because I think he was the one that... I think he was the one that organised the event or something. He was behind something behind it, right? Okay, so we're going to go there and say hello to Chimpe. And he is at the Maid Cafe some fish pocket. Fish. Let's go. In our crazy limousine car. Alright. There he is.
There he is.
Oh, that's what I said.
Ah, shit.
What?
Damn.
Okay. Okay, easy. Dodging bullets, RB. I thought you'd gone clean.
Firing your gun in here? Are you insane? There are customers and staff in here. My bad.
That's my B.
An apology is not gonna cut it.
Several people have called the authorities. The local police should be here soon.
Hey, can't you just let me go? I told you, my girl's pregnant, right? I can't go to jail!
Well, don't shoot your gun then.
That's why I accepted his offer in the first place.
Who?
I needed money to take care of my kid.
Accepted whose offer?
Some guy named Terror.
Terror.
I don't know his real name. Haven't seen his face or heard his voice either. All my contact with him was through Nile.
What did he ask you to do?
He said...
I want to borrow your studio for an hour or so on the 10th, before you start preparing for the stream. Do not let anyone near the studio during this time. That includes you. All you need to do is keep the entrance unlocked. That's all. I'll pay you 5 million, if everything goes well. I'll pay you on the night of the 11th.
So me and the staff haven't met this Terror guy at all. I don't know what happened in the studio either. I had no idea that was gonna happen.
Even so, it is kind of crazy that you just unloaded your gun in the middle of this cafe. Come to Class 3A. Sekiba High. You'll get your money there.
Class 3A at Sekiba High.
Ryuki!
Yeah, let's go.
Hmm. Oh. We've got our second victim.
Horadori Institute of Genetics.
Oh my god.
Chikara Horadori.
No way. It can't be.
Nothing to be done. Ryuki Chapter 2.
Mr. Date told me about this shrine. This place is so full of nature, just like Yoyagi Park. It's just calming here.
I see.
Tama, do you mind giving me some support?
What do you mean?
I've been thinking about Chikara's murder.
Are you sure you're okay, Ryuki?
What do you mean?
I feel like all of this has been taking a huge mental toll on you.
I'm fine. More importantly, can you recreate the crime scene for me? I just need to close my eyes, right?
Yeah, but... Fine. I'll play along. You are technically my master. I can't disobey your orders.
Thanks. Let's start then.
Our second crime scene already. How is the body even
It's perfect.
floating there?
It's just like the real thing.
I learned how to do 3D modeling in a correspondence course. Back when I was a student, my grandma told me I should learn a skill set.
I wonder whether we're going to have another case of somebody jumping between bodies. In which case, is it going to be Chikara, is that his name? That killed the first guy? That seems a bit too easy, doesn't it? Blackboard. It's a blackboard, there's nothing particularly suspicious about it. Okay, corpse.
Chikara's right side. The cross-section is stuck right onto the blackboard.
What's the estimated time of death?
Based on the time the body was discovered, that would make it about 4 hours ago.
So, around 8 p.m. on February 11th. Right around the time we were meeting with Tokiko.
I'm sorry, Ryuki. This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you. Will you hear me out?
What?
What are you going to say, Tama? We've got half a corpse attached to a blackboard.
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that it has no guts!
Nice one.
What?
I know. That was so bad. The joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it. I mean, look, the corpse is completely missing its guts. I couldn't let this chance pass me by.
Was the first one missing his guts? In the past? I guess he must have. The reason the corpse
There aren't any other clues
is on the blackboard is because it doesn't have internal organs anymore. The open space inside the body has a lower pressure than the outside. It's similar to how suction cups work. Oh, that's kind of gross. Looks like there aren't any other clues here. Oh, okay. What, really? Nothing else?
Well, satisfied?
What about this security cameras at Sekaba High?
I checked the footage, but I didn't see anyone suspicious. Of course, that place is huge, so there are plenty of areas the security cameras don't cover.
Any cameras on campus?
None. Do you remember what Gen said? The security at Sekaba High is completely lacking.
About the now message Terra sent Jinbei.
I think he was lying about the money.
probably wanted someone to find Chikara's body.
You mean he wanted Chimpei to find it?
Not necessarily. It might have been for the police. Terror might have predicted that someone from the police would contact Chimpei.
Is Terra the culprit?
That's my assumption. I can't think of any other suspects.
Just who is this Terror?
I wouldn't be having so much trouble if I knew that.
It can't be Tokiko, can it? Tokiko was with me at Chikara's time of death. And she was in Okinawa during the incident with Jin.
Yeah, at the very least, it seems unlikely that she did it personally.
But something has been bothering me. I feel like Tokiko is involved somehow. Chikara
She's
was
really weird looking.
and he knew about Bats 490. That's not all. The appearance of Jin's corpse was made to seem like a paranormal phenomenon, as if the same thing from the Philadelphia experiment had happened.
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program.
Could she have done all this to give her claim credibility?
I don't know, but it's possible. In any case, let's go see Tokiko. I have to talk
Okay.
to her.
I guess we're going straight to Tokiko then.
Understood. We've come this far. I'll back you up until you're satisfied.
There we go.
I've been expecting you. I thought you would be arriving soon.
Pretty soon after I put Chikara's body in the school.
I mean,
Ignore that.
I mean, I knew you would come see me.
Okay, she's weird. Do you know someone named Chimpei Wagai?
No, I don't.
then do you know about Terror?
I've heard that name on the news, yes. This is about the culprit, is it not?
Yes, but
I have absolutely no
No,
idea
it's yes
who it
and.
could be. I'm sorry I can't help you, but
About Chikara's murder, or Jin's right half didn't teleport.
I know of the incident, of course. However,
yes, I know you have an alibi. We were here, having a conversation during the time of Chikara Horadori's death. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're completely innocent. You are the president of NICE. Surely you have plenty of subordinates who can do your bidding.
are you implying I ordered someone to kill him?
It's a possibility.
And what would be my motive?
Well,
Remember what Tokiko said.
Okay.
Chikara Horadori is an avid believer in the Order of Percent. Their order and NICE are heading in completely different directions.
perhaps NICE and the Order of Percent are hostile.
I see. You're suggesting there was a conflict between organizations. It is true that NICE and the Order of Percent have differing beliefs. However, we are not at odds with one another. Both organizations
So you
believe in
say.
simulation theory. In that respect, we are comrades.
Both weird cults. Jin's right half didn't teleport. What do NICE and the Order of Percent believe in?
We are living in a simulation, a false world. And from this false world, we seek emancipation. On the other hand, the Order of Percent. We are living in a simulation, a false world. But they wish to remain imprisoned within it.
The red pill or the blue pill?
Forever.
Mr. Ryuki, have you ever played an open-world game where you play as a criminal?
A game that lets you rob, murder, blow things up, leave a trail of debris wherever you go. An absurd, heinous game where you can freely commit all sorts of horrible crimes.
I've never played anything like that, but I know what you mean.
Then you can understand. If this is a false world created by someone, then the Order of Percent believe they can do whatever they wish. To them, this place is a true utopia. A dream world where they're allowed to do anything they want with no real consequences.
That's why they want to live here forever?
Exactly.
I get it. That's why Chikara was researching immortality.
In theory, using Purge, even immortality is achievable. The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality. What
His goofy smile at the end.
wonderful.
About Chikara's research on immortality. I'm going to do this one first, though, because I fear that it might disappear.
I've solved the mystery, Miss Shigure. Jin's right half didn't teleport. It was just made to seem that way. It should have been obvious when you think about it. Teleportation? It's impossible. We live in a simulation? This is a fake world created by a program? Impossible. Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. Just a ludicrous myth like UFOs, ghosts, and Kappa.
Very bold of you, Ryuki.
I'm sure there are people who'd like to believe in these things. And there are groups who profit by making people believe.
Isn't that right, Takoki?
Mr. Ryuki,
Takiko.
it appears as though there's been some misunderstanding. We of Nyes have nothing to do with this.
Are you sure about that? All the pieces would fit together if Nyes is the one that made the QR video. The falsified paranormal phenomenon, what was written on the signboard, it all advances your agenda. Could it be that you wanted to spread the QR video by showing that sign along with the corpse on stream?
As I've told you, we are not the ones who made the QR video. What is the purpose of the QR video in the first place? Are you saying there is some message urging people to join Nyes in it?
Oh, hi, Speedo. Thanks for following. About Chikara's research on immortality.
I am aware that Chikara was very particular about immortality. However, I will say one thing. One must not believe in eternal youth. Eternal youth is a lie. By the way, Mr. Ryuki, do you remember what you said earlier? Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. That is clearly false. The simulation theory is not occult. It falls within the realm of science. In fact, many esteemed scientists have given serious thought to the matter.
And then probably dismissed it, right?
The theory was originally proposed by a Swedish philosopher. However, the concept has been around since long ago, even as far back as the days of Plato and Zhuangzi. This world may be an illusion. At least, there is no way to prove it isn't an illusion. There are great people throughout history who have held such ideas.
But there's no way to prove it is an illusion either, is there?
No, there is plenty of science to support it.
Oh?
The holographic principle, theory of relativity, the measurement problem in quantum theory can also be considered proof.
Okay, well I guess you tell me those. The processing speed problem, the Swedish philosopher's claim, and the holographic principle. Let's start with the Swedish philosopher.
I'd like to ask you one thing.
Philosopher.
Beings that are far more intelligent and advanced than we humans.
We're gonna get indoctrinated.
Do you believe a civilization of such beings exists anywhere in this world? And by this world, I mean all possible worlds in the entire universe, including those outside of our own.
Well, somewhere out there, probably.
I agree. Taking that into consideration, we're left with three possibilities. 1. Civilization hasn't reached a level of technology advanced enough to create a simulation that can't be distinguished from reality.
Okay, I'm gonna have to read that again. So civilization hasn't reached a level of technology advanced enough to create a simulation that can't be distinguished from reality. Okay.
2. Civilization has reached a level of technology advanced enough to accomplish this, but it hasn't for some reason. 3. Civilization has reached that level of technology and has no strong reason not to use it. Therefore, they've proceeded with creating an intricate simulation. Which of these do you think is most likely?
Are you saying it's 3?
That is what a famous Swedish philosopher believed, at least. He further explains, that civilization must have run simulations millions or even trillions of times. In which case, it would make sense to believe our world would be included in one of those simulations.
You're saying it's far more likely that we're one of the countless simulated worlds, rather than a world that exists in the one and only reality. Do I have that right?
Yes.
What? Okay. Additionally...
Say this
Oops.
world really
Okay.
is a simulation.
Okay, we'll get to that in a sec. The simulation in the real world may be a simulation itself, kind of like a Matryoshka doll. Just so you know, I'm not saying I believe the simulation theory. The simulation theory isn't too credible because of his Matryoshka aspect. Say this world really is a simulation.
Then that would mean a computer or something that's running the simulation exists somewhere, right? But it doesn't seem realistic that everything that happens in the universe could be derived by calculation.
What question did we say then? The processing speed problem. Got it.
Yes, you are right. However, there is no need to calculate every phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
Only what observers see and experience. Take the measurement problem in quantum theory. It explains the inexplicable phenomenon observed in the double-slit quantum matter
Oops.
appears as particles when observed.
I'm sorry, Takiko. It explains the inexplicable phenomenon observed in the double-slit experiment. Quantum matter appears as particles when observed and as waves when not observed.
For the latter, its position cannot be specified because it exists as a stochastic wave. Therefore, it must be calculated and processed as the entire wave, and is impossible to reduce. The faster an object moves, or as the effects of gravity increase along with the increase in mass, time progresses slower, as I'm sure you know.
And that's related to processing speed?
Yes. When the load during calculation is increased, a phenomenon akin to a processing failure occurs. That is why nothing can exceed the speed of light. The calculation wouldn't be able to catch up if acceleration is infinite.
Let me explain the double slit experiment. We shoot a ray of light toward a board with two slits with a screen behind it. This causes the ray to be distorted to look like stripes. This because the light has the property of a wave. Then what would happen if we shot light molecules one at a time? Light molecules will show up as a dot on a screen. By continuously doing this, the stripes reappear. Why is this? The light molecules are only being shot one by one, so the board shouldn't have an effect. The next part of this experiment was done using a detection device to see which slit the molecule went through. This caused the stripes to appear, and only 2 lines appeared on the screen. Isn't that interesting? It's not being observed, they appear as waves, but as soon as you try to observe it, they appear as lines. This is the gist of the detection problem in molecular theory. What else we got? That's a bit complicated for me.
I see. Then let us leave it at that.
Oh, okay.
In any case, there is
I
no
didn't mean to do
denying
that.
Simulation theory is true.
Oh well.
But unlike Chikara, I have no interest in the concept of immortality. Because my objective is to tear at the seams of this world and emancipate us all.
So you mean dying?
No. Death and emancipation are completely different. I have no desire to commit suicide, though I would be fine with dying at any time.
Because this world isn't real.
There is that, yes. However, there is another reason. If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself. We are living in a false world created by a program. Therefore, if we can rewrite its code, we can create miracles, like reincarnation.
Oh, I don't like that face.
Bringing someone who has already passed back to life.
Has this woman lost it?
What's going on?
Ryuki, you were right. There's clearly a lot of reasons to be suspicious of Tokiko.
Yeah, let's check with WingSync.
Hi, Mamoru. Okay, cool. We know that about you. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna stick my hand out and do a weird thing with my eye. Ooh.
I saw everything. If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
What is this?
Looks like Tokiko is blackmailing someone.
What is it she saw?
I don't know. This is as far as we can get through WingSync.
Then...
Yes.
Yep, it's time to do an official sync.
Using a regular sync.
Cool.
Ryuki, just to confirm, you did get permission, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, she accompanied me voluntarily and...
No, I meant from Boss.
I haven't seen Boss. She wasn't in the control room.
Oh, don't tell me Boss is the murderer.
It's fine. I'll be sure to talk to her later.
I don't think this is a good idea. Besides, you don't look so good, Ryuki.
Everyone keeps on saying that.
I'm fine. So please, I need more leads to solve this case.
But you... Oh, fine. I'll help you for now, but I won't be held responsible. Deal? Look, Ryuki, please just don't cause any problems. You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. I absolutely need you to follow this rule.
Yes, understood.
Okay then, let's begin.
We're gonna find out in Tokiko's memory. In her dreams, in her Somnium.
I wonder if this is the nice president's room. It's really white, though.
Let's make an acronym poem with the letters for nice.
Where the hell is this coming from?
N.
Okay. N. Not that I know why.
A.
A.
Not that I know why. Angry.
Incoming?
X.
X-Men.
Shingu River Ray.
Not that I know why. Angry incoming Shingu River Ray. The Shingu River Ray. Such a kind animal.
Angered by humans polluting waterways, I guess.
Cool.
Somnium scan, activate!
Yes. Another sinking. Mental lock. Number 1, 2... Three. Only 3? It seems like Tokiko was threatening someone by peeking into her mind's abyss. You might discover something. And we will discover something next time on Borderline Games. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Somnium Files, Nirvana Initiative, and we'll be carrying on next time. Have a good evening. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.